Well, Dallas and Philadelphia is one and done. Hear me out. Dallas and Philadelphia, two NFC East teams are frauds and one and done. Hey, guys, what's going on? You guys, both fam, your boy George Trask, Jim Harbaugh for next head coach of the Los Angeles Chargers. For anything Super Bowl or bust, yeah, yeah, we're in off season right now with the Chargers, but yeah, the Cowboys and Eagles firing Nick Sirianni and Mike McCarthy. But yeah, well, Belichick's already interviewed Buccaneer fans. That goes to unknown and Joshua, the Bucks fan Logan. You deserve your win against Dallas and Green. No regrets to be greedy, but Dallas and Philadelphia, you beat those guys, but Philadelphia was Tampa's playoff rival. Cowboys, Eagles were always rivals. Packers, Cowboys were rivals. The Buccaneers, Packers were rivals since the era of Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers debate was over. And it's right before it happened. Brett Favre and Warren Sapp got at each other. So obviously, but you know what? Jason Kelsey's almost done with Philly because he has his final football game in the playoffs. I'm sure what he wants to do is retire, but there's a lot of Eagle players that are just going to be free agents that are going to be Shaq Leonard, who was a former Indianapolis Colt. You got the rest who are going to be a free agent, the Cowboy players who are going to be free agents. Yeah, that's all I got to say. So, congrats, Packers and Bucks fans. But Packers and Bucks were rivals for any reason since they were playoff rivals with Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, and yeah, all I gotta say to yeah, I just want to say congratulations to you guys. So Nick Sirianni, Mike McCarthy got to go. Yeah, time for these both guys to go. Detroit Lions, as always, congrats on your first playoff win since you beat LA against the Rams. But the Lions, I know you beat my Chargers week 10, but I picked you guys to beat the Chiefs, Raiders, and Broncos. It happened, but yeah, congrats on your first playoff win since 1991 season, since over 32 years. And yeah, obviously, so I would say about this. So at the end of the day, the Lions got the first playoff win since Barry Sanders was there. But I was watching the history of the Lions Cowboys playoff games since '91 season in 1992 on January 5th when they beat Troy Aikman and Jimmy Johnson. The Lions coach was there since forever. Um, obviously it was because you know what? At the end of the day, Barry Sanders was only the Lions go in Detroit since then. But you know what? The Texans got a win since 2020 during the 2019 season against the Bills. But for the first time since 1997, the Buccaneers will play the Lions in Detroit. And what else? 49ers, Packers going to play each other once again since 2021 and 2019 playoffs. And yeah, no more Jimmy G, no more Aaron Rodgers debate with Colin Kaepernick with the respectfully to his name. Yeah, to Kaepernick, respectfully. Um, what else? Here's another fact. The Bills and Chiefs is another one, as another rematch of the playoffs from 2021. And yeah, 2011 was the Texans Ravens when that happened with J.J. Watt and Joe Flacco. Matt Schaub, Andre Johnson, Ray Rice, Ray Lewis was there. Yeah, you know, it's always like Jim Kelly, Joe Montana in the years with the Chiefs and Bills, the Buccaneers and Lions. Yeah, they've been since the rivals of the Central Division of the NFC. It was a long time ago. And yeah, for right now, this is all that's going to happen. If the Lions make it to the NFC Championship game for the first time, it is going to happen. I will say it's going to happen. And it was the first time since 1957 NFL Championship. And they did, but the rings don't count, but I get that. But since then, forever, 2020, 2021, now this one again since like 90, like in the 90s, the Bills and Chiefs since 90s in the playoffs a long time ago. Yeah, J.J. Watt and Joe Flacco, as always. And you know what? I was always like that, just like Brett Favre and Steve Young and Joe Montana with the 49ers and the Packers with Bart Starr. Yeah, it's easy, but you know what? Like at the end of the day, it was like Trent Dilfer when he was with the Ravens too that won a Super Bowl, and then did with Tampa like Brad Johnson has been with the Buccaneers since the Buccaneers beat the Raiders in San Diego for the Super Bowl. It was a long time ago. Yeah, you all been hearing this forever. And I'll say this once: I feel bad for those Cowboy Eagle fans that lost in a blowout, became frauds. And yeah, I believe what's going to do with Dak Prescott because he has a lot of contract left on his paper. And I believe in it because yeah, I think what they're going to do with Dak Prescott is figure out with him. And you know what? Obviously, that's what I got to hear. So you know what? That goes to Duke Bothers, Trey Smith, where you hiding? All the Cowboy fans, Cowboy Mosh, and the rest. Feel bad for those guys. I would say. And yeah, uh, there's more Eagle fans, Eagle Speed, and who else? Desert Eagle, Dave Eagle Champ. I know. It sucks right now for those both NFC East teams. Commanders and Giants were eliminated since then. And yeah, the Bills will beat the Chiefs because I got the Bills winning, but I hate the coach. It's Sean McDermott that made inappropriate comments, which I'm for real, but I'm serious. For real, I'm serious. Nobody doesn't like Sean McDermott after his inappropriate comments were made. It's disrespectful. But the Bills will beat the Chiefs, and I will predict them to beat Kansas City. And whoever plays the Bills, it's going to be the Ravens or the Texans because the Texans used to play the Bills since the 2019 wild card of the AFC. And guess who won? The Texans because it was the former player DeAndre Hopkins, J.J. Watt, and then yeah, we don't need to hear about Deshaun Watson anymore. But the Browns suck too. Besides Joe Flacco, yeah, you know what? Forget it. Cammy Fairbairn got the game-winning field goal for the Texans that beats the Buffalo Bills. And what else? Yeah, I know about that, but the Packers and 49ers. But if the 49ers went to the NFC Championship game, they would play Detroit or Tampa Bay since then. But you know what? I'll tell you what. It isn't important to have any details about that. So to unknown, your birthday was good in January, but yeah, I just want to say congrats to your Packers on beating the Cowboys. That's all I got to say at the end of the day. And by the way, for some reason that people are asking about that, it's not important, dude. But you know what? At the end of the day, I tell you what it looks like. I tell you what it is. Say so forever because it's all on the line for any reason. You know, that's all. That is all. And by the way, Chargers almost completing it with Jim Harbaugh because Belichick might go to Dallas or Atlanta or Philadelphia. The rest may go to a different team immediately, while Jim Harbaugh is going to be with the Chargers. And yeah, they're going to make a lot of money with Dean Spanos. Dean Spanos is going to get with Jim Harbaugh because they need a new general manager first for the Chargers. No more Staley, no more Telesco, no more Jay Rogers. That's all. And And that's all. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna head out. Your boy George Trask. Have a good night, and as always, go Chargers bolt up and hire Harbaugh. But y'all have a great rest of the 3 day weekend from the Martin Luther King Jr. Day. But respectfully to that guy, but he's the man. He's been the goat of Martin Luther King. Respect to the guy. So anyway, you guys, peace out and have a good night.